Did you know there's a business that you can start today with $0 and can earn you easily $6,000 a month, or you can even start an online business? Like one of our students, Clara, that made $1 million in a single month in her online business. I will also be sharing with you 3 other make money online methods that you'll be able to implement by the end of this video and start getting paid. The first method harnesses the power of Google Maps to scout for local businesses that are yet to be established with an online presence. By identifying these potential clients, you step in as a solution provider, offering website development services. Even those with just basic web development knowledge can use user-friendly platforms such as Wix or WordPress to craft appealing and functional websites tailored to whatever that business actually needs. The beauty of this strategy lies with its low startup cost and practical approach. Your main investment is your time and effort, both in identifying prospective clients and in the creative process of building their actual websites. Now, this venture, guys, not only helps you refine your technical skills, but also gives you the ability to make a deep dive into the local business market, understanding their unique challenges and digital needs. Not to mention, this method is an excellent way for you to bridge the gap for local businesses transitioning into the digital world, boosting their online visibility and also, of course, their reach. Now, as you build and expand your portfolio, not only does your skill set grow, but your reputation does as a web developer as well. So starting off might require a good amount of effort in client acquisition and trust building, but once your portfolio speaks for itself, this side hustle can evolve into a profitable business venture for you. Now, I have a few friends who are web developers, and what I've learned quickly is that it's going to open doors for networking, repeat business, and even referrals, all contributing to its potential as a lucrative business. Now, of course, there's always going to be pros and cons, so let's go over some of the pros. Ultimately, it's a great way for you to develop tech skills and enter the AI and tech field. It's not overly saturated for a market, and overall a low barrier to entry with minimal investment that is actually needed. Now, the cons is the initial effort required to secure your first few clients and the hands-on involvement that is needed initially. And as you continue to scale the business, you can actually go and hire people to do a lot of the work for you. But of course, you want to have clients, you want to build websites, you want to get revenue before you can actually do that. So overall, scaling the business can be challenging without those additional resources or team members. However, the next method is an excellent way for you to get started making money online if your budget is under $500. Now, this is often referred to as the Gary V method, and it's a fantastic way for you to get your feet wet in the Amazon marketplace if you don't have a lot of capital to start with. Amazon arbitrage is a smart way to make money buying things for a low price and selling them for a much higher price. It works because prices are ultimately different in various different places. For example, you might find a local home decor product on sale at a local store for $10, but on Amazon, it's selling for $20. So what you can go and do is you can buy that product and sell it on Amazon to make a profit. People love home decor, but people love convenience even more. And this is why this actually works. Think about all the amounts of money that you've probably spent on Amazon. We're fulfilling on that need. So starting is ultimately easy. Look for great deals in stores near you or far from you, shop online, and then when you find something at a good price or what you think is a good price, check the Amazon Seller app, and this app is going to tell you how much the item is actually selling for on Amazon so that you can see how much money you can make from each individual unit. Now, the cool thing about Amazon arbitrage is that it's super simple and it doesn't require a lot of money to start. You don't have to buy a lot of stuff at once, just start small, grow and reinvest those profits until you can do it at a higher scale. The key is to be good at finding deals and understanding how Amazon actually works, like what they charge for selling things. This way of making money takes more work than some others because you have to literally physically go and find those deals and then send those products yourself to Amazon. It's a fun way to make extra cash and learn about selling things online. Plus, you can do it completely in your free time, like on weekends or after school, or maybe it's after work. Now, of course, the pros and cons. Everybody always waits for these. The pros to this is, number one, I would say the low initial investment that is required. Again, you could literally start with $100. You can go and buy $100 worth of goods, and then maybe you make $200 from that. Now you have $200 you can go buy more products with and start building up slow and slow and slow. The next one is that it's a super easy actually, way to start a side hustle and get into e-commerce, especially getting onto the Amazon platform. And ultimately, I think the last one is that there's no specific skills needed. You just have to have the time. You got to go to the stores and do the actual work to get the products at a low price, send them to Amazon, and then list them on Amazon. And ultimately, that's what's going to get you making money online. Ultimately, this is not really a passive income stream. Sure, you can go and hire people, but at the end of the day, you need to be the one that goes and finds the deal. You're not gonna be able to go and find hundreds of products to buy all at once to be able to scale it. So you're always finding new products, and you need to find new products because you might be able to find a good deal on products, might be able to buy 10 units of them, and then you have to find the next product to do the same thing to. So it's not a real passive income stream, and because of that, the scalability is ultimately extremely limited. What I would say in the last con with this is that it's definitely more suited for generating side income rather than a full-time income. Next up, for those who want to work remotely or are looking for a simple and honestly a lazy way to earn money, then this model might be for you. It's a role I frequently rely on in my own businesses, and it can actually pay between $25 to $50 an hour. Virtual assistants or VAs are like a helpful assistant who works from a computer anywhere in the world. They help businesses and people who run businesses with all sorts of tasks. Think of it like having a little helper or any helper who organizes emails, plans meetings, talks to customers, sometimes even helps with easy things like marketing or coordination of anything. Nowadays, more and more businesses do their work online, and they really need help with VAs. This means that there is a lot of opportunity for anybody to work as a VA or a contractor online, and you can find tons of work. The cool part about being a VA is that you don't need a lot of money to actually start, if anything. And you can ultimately look for jobs anywhere, such as Upwork, Freelancer, Craigslist, you name it. Some people might already know how to do these jobs because they have done similar work before, but even if you haven't, you can still learn while doing the job. The most important things are being able to talk and write clearly and being really good at organizing things. That's typically what you're going to be doing as a VA. One of the best things about being a VA is that you can choose when you want to work, and you can help more than one business at the same time. This makes it really good and an easy way for you to start making money online because it's very flexible, and you get the ability to actually build a lot of different skills along the way. You can work in the morning, at night, or whenever fits your best. And for VAs that I do hire, I give them a lot of flexibility, so you're probably gonna get that as well. Now, of course, on that topic, a lot of the pros are the fact that it's completely remote, you don't need a lot of a skill set, and you can offer work virtually from everywhere. So if travel is important to you and you wanna do more of that, then being some form of a VA is incredibly easy for you to do. The roles are pretty easy to be able to do, and that's the reality of it. You're gonna be doing things, and you can work your way up into a company as well, but ultimately you're being a freelancer. You call them virtual assistants, you can call it a freelancer, whatever you wanna call it. You have the ability to take a skill set or build a skill set and do something for companies or for business owners like myself. Some cons is that it may require some administrative experience, but most of them you can probably learn on the job, and ultimately you're putting time to make money. So scaling means more hours worked, it's more of a job rather than a business, and ultimately it's not really a passive income source. Now, a little hack for you guys here. If you wanted to run like a VA service of some sort, doing a specific thing, maybe it's something to do in admin, and you're charging your client $20 an hour, you can go and hire somebody to do that job for you overseas, such as the Philippines. We have a lot of our VAs in the Philippines, to do that for $5. And now what you're doing is you're profiting and you're leveraging a team to be able to scale that out much further. Okay, so maybe that wasn't passive enough for you. Well, this new opportunity and this new upcoming method is making people over $10,000 every single month, with the potential of scaling even up to $50,000 a month. Now, this is a perfect side hustle if you hate the idea of talking in front of a camera, but love YouTube videos. This method leverages the power of AI tools requiring a medium investment. It's perfect for those who want to step into the digital realm without stepping in front of a camera overall. Now, this next method is making a faceless YouTube channel, which means you can create fun and interesting videos without showing who you are. This is great for people who like making things, but again, don't want to be in front of that camera like I'm doing for you guys right now. You can use cool AI tools and software to turn text into speech and mix in video clips and animations to tell stories or to teach something completely new. This way of making videos is really awesome because you can start with just one channel. As you learn with what your viewers actually like, you can make more channels about different things. And on top of that as well, you don't even need to be a computer whiz because it's all pretty simple. There are easy to use tools like Canva for making designs, InVideo for putting videos together, and AI programs such as Murph or Descript or 11 Labs to do the talking for you. If you have cool ideas and stories that you'd like to share, then this could be a fun way to do it. You can get creative, you can have fun with it, you can share things that you know or like, and you don't even have to be in front of that damn camera. And on top of that as well, you can also share things that you don't like but you know can go viral, and you can make money off of that as well. Now the pros is it's a super fast startup and you only need a few different pieces of tooling and software. It's super beginner friendly with no need for any editing, tech, or copywriting skills because again, you can use tools for that, or you can hire different VAs to do a lot of those tasks for you. There's a potential to making $10,000 a month, and it's ultimately pretty scalable in the long run, especially when you start building out a team. Now the cons here is that it initially requires active involvement in content creation and channel management. It's ultimately going to be pretty time consuming, especially at the beginning, doing content research, video creation process being done by yourself. And then on top of that as well, consistency is extremely critical. A regular posting can affect channel growth. It may take a while and a bunch of videos before you even see one do really well, or to find out what is going to do well for your channel. And only until you get to that point will you start making money. So sometimes, although you can start quickly, sometimes it might take quite a bit of time for you to actually start making money. And on top of that as well, sometimes you might just need to feel the need that you need to start completely from scratch. Now, if you're looking for a venture that has the potential to scale up to $100,000 per month, just like my friends Will and Clara, then hear me out. This method is actually the way that I use to make my first million online and is incredibly passive once you get it all set up. Amazon FBA means fulfilled by Amazon. It's a service where Amazon takes care of storing, sending out, and helping customers with the stuff that you sell to them. It works like this. You find things to sell, you send them to Amazon's big warehouses all across the world. When somebody buys your stuff, Amazon sends it to them. What's really cool about Amazon FBA is that it's mostly hands-off for you. And once Amazon has your products, they do a lot of the work for you. The perfect side hustle for anybody that is working corporate, doesn't have a lot of times, or maybe you don't have a lot of storage or anything like that to be able to actually store products at your house. Now, your job is to pick the right items to sell, find where to get them, and make sure that they show up when people search on Amazon. Now out there's tools like Jungle Scout, Helium 10 that are super helpful, and they're gonna help you figure out what kinds of things people wanna buy and what other sellers are doing in terms of revenue. Now the trick here is to choose products that a lot of people are actually wanting, but not a lot of sellers are offering. So it's a fine balance. Even though Amazon FBA can feel like it's going to run itself, you need to put in some money at the beginning to buy the products that you actually wanna sell. Plus, you need to know how the Amazon world really works to do really well. But with the right guidance and the strategies, this method may just be the most lucrative business model that you can start in today's day and age. So if you're ambitious and you want a lifestyle upgrade without having to worry about 80% of the logistics like e-commerce sellers outside of Amazon have to do, then this path is the one that's gonna be for you. Now, we obviously teach people to do this, and we have a free training that gives you the step-by-step on how you can actually get started on Amazon FBA today. If you're interested, click the link in the description and you can go ahead and watch that video. Now let's dive into the pros. So first off, it's extremely passive once you've established it. It's highly scalable to significant amounts of monthly earnings. Again, Will and Clara doing 100K, as high as $1 million every single month. And on top of that as well, one of the best pros is that you're building an asset and you have the option to sell the business later for a substantial sum of money. Now, to put things in perspective, like if you have a business that is doing $100,000 in profit, you can go and sell that business today for $300 to $500, sometimes even higher. And on top of that as well, no worries about shipping or fulfillment. So pretty hands off. Now the cons is that there is a higher initial investment that is required compared to the other methods we went over. Now the second con is that it can be competitive, but strategic planning and market research are gonna be super crucial in the initial planning stages of launching products on Amazon. Now, if you want to learn how you can get started with Amazon FBA and reap the benefits of everything that we just talked about in the last opportunity, there's going to be a video coming up next right after this that I want you to watch, because it's going to teach you an A to Z strategy of how you can get started today so that you can start getting into making your 100K or $1 million months. Now, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.